Good afternoon. I am Charles with Miss Cayce's Wonderland, and we are here today to make an Easter teardrop. Uh, and this is our first step. Is we have this lovely teardrop. It's a new product. It's a little bit different from our other ones. Basically the same thing. It's just a little bit longer, but that makes it nice. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to take these individual sprigs on our teardrop and just sort of fluff it out a little bit because they come in squashed up from our factory. So we're just going to fluff this up a little bit, give it some dimension here. Like I said, this is a little bit longer than our teardrops that we have used in the past, but it still works great. Has a nice quality greenery base here. So our first step is just, after we get it sort of fluffed up, we're just going to sort of make a little trough down the middle of it so we can put our product in for this teardrop, like such. So our first step is we have 3 of these eucalyptus sprigs. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sort of spread these little branches out like so, and we're going to place it in that trough and at the top of our teardrop. We're going to take 2 of these branches and just sort of twist it once like that. Then we'll take another twig. We'll do the same thing. We're just going to sort of spread this out a little bit. And we're going to do the same thing to the bottom, like such. And just in order to hold it, you can work either on an easel like I'm doing, or you can just put it on a table. It works just as well, whatever is convenient. Our last piece, we're going to do the same thing, just sort of spread out the branches of this. And then we're just going to sort of place it in the middle, and we're going to put it on, sort of basically on top, sort of make our greenery go all the way up and down our teardrop. And there again, we'll just take a couple of branches and just spread them out. And you can sort of work this eucalyptus greenery in, sort of mixed in with the teardrop. Our next step is we have this egg pick, like such, nice colorful Easter eggs. And we're going to put it down on the bottom of our teardrop, right on top of the eucalyptus sprig that we put in there, and take a couple of the twigs from the teardrop and tighten it up. Then we have a couple of these cute little bunny picks that we're going to use. The first one we're going to put it here at the top. Just place it right in the center there, on top of the eucalyptus, and take two twigs and just sort of twist it around there and secure it. Our other little bunny, we're going to put down here, but in order to do that, we're going to have to sort of flip his little paws and his little face up like that. Yeah. Maybe we need to leave the paws down and just put his face up. However you want to do that. And we'll just put that in the trough as well, like this, just right above the little egg pick that we put in. And there again, just secure it by twisting a couple of the twigs of the teardrop. Now, this is going to be our pretty much our base down here, so we're going to try to work in a couple more twigs and just secure that a little bit better down on the bottom end. Just take two and twist it. See our little bunny there? And then we're going to take sprigs all the way up the spine here and just sort of close in the gap and sort of cover up the space in between there. You can go ahead and fix that eucalyptus as well as we're working our way up. These are this area right here, you have some nice long twigs of the teardrop that can be tied in. Okay, there we have that. Can you stop it? I didn't bring my wire.
Let me get you some.
3 pieces.
Here you go.
Oh. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our little focal here that has the little bunny and it spells hop out there. Now on the back side, I've attached what we call a greening pin, and we're just going to slide one of our wires through there and twist it so it will secure that. And then we're going to attach it a couple of different ways. We're going to about right there in the center, we're going to just take this pink satin ribbon and we're just going to wrap it around one of our twigs and it sort of bring that up a little bit. And then we're going to take the wire and we're going to go on both sides of the teardrop and go all the way back to the back. This just gives it another secure feature to keep our vocal in place, like that. Okay. Next thing, we're going to go ahead and add our ribbon. You have 3 different ribbons. You have 3 of them in short pieces like this. And then we have 3 longer pieces. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take this top ribbon and we're just going to make one loop like such. And then we're going to take our other 2 ribbons, maybe almost half, maybe not quite as half, and make it like this. And we're just going to scrunch those up like that. And then we're going to take a piece of wire and just attach the wire to the back, twist it. And we can just sort of shape these up. But we're going to place this wire right below our focal here. Take it all the way back to the back and twist it. You're going to have some extra wire left over, but we just basically will just bend the wire and poke it back into the heart of the teardrop. And then we can sort of fix our ribbon like that. This ribbon comes wired, so you can sort of twist it a little bit, make it curl a little bit like that. Then we'll take our long pieces, and I chose the egg to be the front part of the bow. So I just took the ribbon, folded it in half, and made a little scrunched up piece. And then we're going to take one loop like that, scrunch it, and then we're going to take the bottom one and make another loop like that. You can sort of gauge the loop by the end of the tail, so it looks like the tails are about even. They don't have to be perfect, but there we have one loop. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other two ribbons. I folded this one in half. I'm going to merge it in with the first ribbon, make a loop at the top. It can be just a tad longer than the first loop. Fold the bottom one and make another loop. And then we have our bow there. And then we're going to take the third ribbon. There again, I've folded in half. We'll just take the middle, scrunch it in with the other two ribbons. Another loop at the top. And a loop at the bottom. Our tails are approximately the same, so that's good. So we now have all three ribbons attached in the center, and we're just going to take the wire in the center of the wire and just tight and twist in the back. So now we can sort of manipulate the loops on our bow. We normally do the loops opposite each other, like we'll have the two yellows there, two pinks opposite, and then we'll take our eggs and make them opposite each other. And then we're going to take the wire and put it on top where our focal was. Take it all the way back to the back teardrop and tight and twist. And then we can sort of maneuver our tails and our loops on the bow a little bit better. Make sure all of the pattern pieces are together. And showing from the front side. Like such. You can maneuver these tails a little bit. You can work with it as much as you want to. And then we're going to we've taken a basically a spray that we have cut in half and made 2 pieces of it. We're going to take one part and add it to the top corner, and then we're going to take one of the branches from the teardrop and just twist it around that stem. We're going to do the same thing with the other half of that. Stick it in there, and then find a twig from the teardrop and wrap it around there. Then we have 2 more of the same thing that we've done, and we're just going to attach it sort of in the center. We're going to right below the bow on each side. And then we've taken a spray that has, basically at one time, all of this was on one spray. We've taken the eggs apart and made 3 different pieces. And we're going to do the similar way of poking these eggs in our top of our teardrop, taking a piece of the twig and securing it. You can place these eggs anywhere in the teardrop that you feel like it needs a little bit more body. So there's not any particular way. I've just chosen to put it all at the top. It just makes it fuller at the top and then a bit more thinner at the bottom. I'm gonna put this one right at the top, right above our bunny here. Take a twig, wrap it around. And then we have our Easter teardrop.